Welcome to class. My name is RJ, and this is Design for Dynamic Wearables, a course that explores body architecture through software and other tools. So I wanted to introduce myself today and what I do. I'm a professor, and I teach Rhino, Grasshopper, Blender, a lot of 3D softwares with the intention of designing for fashion, for wearables, for accessories, for body architecture. So just to show a little bit of what types of workflows that we'll go over in these video series. So this is my current portfolio in the beginning of 2024 with some work on here, all created with different kinds of software tools. So we have sculpting in 3D, computational design, augmented reality, mixed reality. So let's go through a couple of those projects here and I'll explain them quickly. So first one, Biotech Couture. This is a fashion show that I put on with 3 friends in 2022. It was a collaboration between industrial design and biomedical engineering. So the dresses themselves focused on organic forms mixed with biological sensors and motors and lights in a way to sense the body and react to it through dresses. So let's take a look at the Earth dress here. This was using muscle sensor technology on the arm, on the wrist cuff specifically, to sense when the model was flexing their arms, and then these bioresponsive shoulder cuffs would move and expand and breathe as they flex. So here's a close-up of that chest piece, neck piece, and the shoulder attachments. There were servos up in here that would be fed by an Arduino on the back, which was controlled by muscle sensors in the cuffs. So the next one we'll show here is Vermont Daru. This was a fashion show that we did early 2024. I made 2 dresses for this. These were both 3D printed. This first one is using TPU, so a flexible 3D print material. And this was very soft and airy and light to wear, very beautiful in white. There's a close-up of those pieces. The other one is a darker look. This was with PLA printing really, really big structures on the shoulders. And here's a close-up of that one as well, along with a mask printed for that look too. Here's another one from 2023 where I made this chest plate and mini skirt. This was 3D printed in PLA again and covered with a resin coating to give it that shiny metallic look to it. Here's some close-ups of the jewelry and the chest piece made for this with a Voronoi type pattern, and some behind the scenes of the process for just looking at different possibilities in Grasshopper and the digital look in 3D. The next one being this brand called Orb Weaver that I started to sell some of the accessories such as shoes and glasses. So a quick overview of the shoes. These were 3D printed fully in TPU as print ready to wear shoes. Some other pieces from this collection were sunglasses that would clip on to the face, and we used resin 3D printing to achieve these looks. And we have a couple different versions of glasses. We also explored printing in metal. This was printed in 18 karat rose gold as a little ring that you can wear. It'd be very hard to make this in any other way, so 3D printing really gave us a lot of opportunity to create in this way. Here is a cross-section of a mask created for a speculative design future project where we're looking at what life would be like in the future if air pollution got to such a point that you needed to wear something every day just to breathe. So this was looking at a mix between biological structures and industrial design structures, and how you could infuse biology, living organisms, in a mask to help filter out air for you. So a little diagram of that working there. You can see the internals and then the external shell that keeps it safe. This one also is able to be worn digitally as a mixed reality project, so you could try this on with a Snapchat filter, which brings me into my next topic of mixed reality fashion. So designing things in the computer. These were designed fully in Grasshopper computationally. So there is no handwork here. All 3 of these use random noise values to generate their shape and structure, and then it can be worn on the body through augmented reality tools. And we can see them in action here in these videos. So walking, a mask on the head, and then on the body again. And just exploring how we can use technology to bridge the gap between some high couture digital pieces and then actually seeing them in person in real time on a model. And the last one I want to talk about is what this class is mostly based on. So all of the ideas and concepts for design for dynamic wearables. And the idea here is to create pieces that can be worn but are not static. So they're always dynamic, always changing, have the possibility to change. So computational design tools, especially within Grasshopper, give us that ability to create garments that can be adaptable for a wide range of people. So no longer do you have basic sizing options, small, medium, large. We can use digital scans of people to create garments and accessories that can fit exactly to their proportions, to their body, and allows us to break down barriers with traditional ways of creating, designing, and manufacturing. So I've been teaching this class for a few years now and have a lot of work from students built up in the past. So we'll take a look at some of them to give us a sense of what you can do with Grasshopper when you're just learning it for the first time. So I'd like to show off this project by Will Barron, a student of mine who made these very organic glasses based on spiders and ferrofluid and slime mold, things like that. Very natural things that have very interesting patterns. And how can we adapt that to wear on the body? So quite a fun project there. Another example is a project here by Golnar, who was a student of mine in the past, and she was inspired by tree branches to create jewelry pieces for the face. So we were able to use resin printing to create very intricate pieces that you could actually wear. Another project here by Kayla takes it to a larger scale, looking at an entire corset. We can see the inspiration from designers like Iris Van Herpen and Stratasys printing these very large dresses, and some of her behind the scenes workflow and final renders of this on a digital person. So with that, that's just a little background on myself and my work and what I hope to provide to everyone also wanting to learn similar things like this. Computational design has been used a lot in the past for things like architecture or product design, but personally I'd like to see it more in this beautiful, dynamic, reactive, hyper-futuristic sense where we can really take advantage of the software and the manufacturing capabilities of today and how we can push that to create even more beautiful things in the future. So I hope throughout all of these videos and tutorials you can really find a niche that works with you, something you're interested in, and let's help each other grow and learn lots of new things. So hope you enjoy it here. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or requests or ideas for future projects. And I'm excited to see what everyone learns and creates throughout this course. So with that, I'll see you in the next class. Bye.